Hello YouTube and welcome back to another Archon Quest video. This is going to be my playthrough of the Interlude Act 4, I guess we call it, Paralogism. Anyways, this is a pretty hyped Archon Quest because we are returning to Mondstadt, as you can see. And if you did see the trailer, this is something that I was pretty hyped for in the Genshin 5.6 update. And I think it's going to be a banger quest. So, of course, if you do enjoy the content, like, comment, subscribe. You can join us on Twitch, twitch.tv/Antony Chen. Also, just want to say, I think this quest is missing a lot of voice lines. So I will be reading them. And if you don't like my voice acting, too bad. You just gotta deal with it. So anyways, yep. This is Paralogism, and let us begin. Oh. What is that? Yo. Return to special story. Wait, what? Oh, yes.
Wow, the city is all decked out. Oh, it's beautiful. Festival season means no commissions, which means no Mora. But Catherine's always looking out for us, so we should still drop by and say hello.
Wait, really? You don't get commissions during festivals? What if people still need the hilly churls falling off?
Traveler. Paimon.
Hello.
Hey, Catherine. Still doing the whole no commissions during Windbloom thing?
In general, yes. The people of Mondstadt don't delegate their work to others this time of year. But feel free to take a look around. I think you'll pick up on something unusual.
Oh?
Take a look around, huh?
What does she mean by that?
It's finally Windbloom, and here I am ruining everything.
You're a bit tired. No big deal. Give it some time. How about doing something fun tonight? We could take a stroll or go stargazing.
Stargazing? Like we'll find a spot. You know people start reserving places on Starsnatch Cliff the moment the sun goes down. Sorry, I'm just not in the mood. I should go.
Whoa, something's off with Beatrice. She would never give up a chance to talk to Quinn. This is weird.
Wait, who are these people?
You're leaving?
I don't remember anything,
No,
bro.
it's okay. Thank you.
Oh my god.
I just need some time to myself.
But damn, she's
Besides,
curving
there's still
him.
Something
That's
I
crazy.
need to do. The truth is, Quinn, not long ago,
What is it? Is there something wrong?
Never mind. It's nothing. Actually,
Oh!
Quinn, I think we should stop seeing each other for now.
Oh! She just dumped him. What?
Huh? Wait, are you saying we can't be friends anymore?
Oh, well, I
thought
guess they're
we
not
were
actually
best
dating.
friends.
Best friends, best friends, best friends. She just unfriended him.
Did you see that?
And she ran away. What the?
Oh, we go adventuring in other nations for a bit, and one of Mondstadt's best love, friendship stories is already over?
Wait, did we actually see stuff about them in previous quests? I legitimately don't remember anything, dude. I can't believe it.
So, is this what you meant by unusual, Catherine?
This is just one example. Beatrice has been feeling down for days. But that's not all.
Oh, it's the honorary knight in Paimon.
Is something wrong? You don't look so good.
I know a knight should be stronger than this, but I haven't been feeling right lately. I just can't focus. I started sleepwalking out of nowhere. Sometimes I'd even wake up in the middle of the night standing in a random location outside.
You know, random look. Yeah, that's not concerning.
You should see a doctor.
I did, but all the tests came back normal. The doctor said I'm fine. Yeah, I even consulted Miss Barbara at the church, but her conclusion was the same. In any case, she was kind enough to pray to Lord Barbados for me to get better. Is it because I saw something I wasn't meant to see?
Oh?
Sorry, this is for me to figure out. It is Windbloom after all.
What did he see?
Anyway, I have patrol to finish. Until next time, you two.
Huh. Is it something in the air, maybe?
It's allergies.
It appears Miss Donna is also out of sorts.
Oh, where can I find a truly fascinating man?
What?
Wait, but Donna is the one who has a huge crush on D-Luke, right?
That's what I thought too. But she seems to have changed
What
her
is
mind.
this? Oh?
Is that Captain Kaya? Huh. Now that I look at him, he's exactly my type. How come I never felt this way before?
What is this quest, bro? Oh, shoot, what does he sound like again? Cool it. Freeze. I'm flattered, Miss Dawn. Okay, that is definitely not what he sounds like. Dude, what does Kaya sound like? Voice lines, Genshin.
Knight of Favonius.
Kaya, Knight of Favonius. Please allow me to... Okay, I got it. I'm flattered, Miss Donna. Although, I do wonder whether that was intended for outside ears.
Oh, no.
Oh my
not.
god. Alright, well that's what he
Sorry,
sounds like from
Captain,
now on.
just pretend I didn't say anything. And, have a happy Windbloom.
I intend to, my dear, but first a question, if you don't mind. Why the sudden change of heart? I was under the impression Master DeLuke was the object of your affections.
Good question, Kaya.
So, you knew about that? Well, Master D-Luke came...
Oh,
into
she
the
just
city
admits it
not
like
too
that,
long
though?
ago,
That's
but
crazy.
when I saw him, it was like the butterflies just weren't there anymore. If I had to compare it to something, it would be like waking up and realizing you're married to a man you don't love.
Damn, she's cheating on DeLuke.
But then I saw you. And it wasn't that something was different about you. I can't really explain it. It was just a feeling.
I understand, and I'm flattered I was able to bring back the butterflies, but I do need to see to some business, so I'll take my leave. God, I legitimately do not remember anything.
Surprised to see us?
I haven't used Kaya in so long, dude. Not at all. You are the exact two people I've been trying to find. So, Traveler Paimon, how have you been? All good. How about yourself and the rest of the Knights of Favonius? The answer to that requires a private conversation. Catherine, do you mind?
Not at all. Have fun, you three.
So, you said you were looking for us.
Yes, Jean sent me to find you when she heard you were back in Mondstadt, but let's discuss the finer details back at the headquarters. Well, that is certainly one way to open up an Archon quest. That is, we had a friend zone, we had a dude sleepwalking, and we had Donna giving up on DeLuke. Ooh, Eula.
Kaya, you found them.
Yep, I managed to track them down.
Good. With what's about to happen, it's great to have you in town.
Whoa, headquarters are packed. What's going on?
Packed, and it's like 3 people standing in the lobby.
Honorary Knight Paimon. Oh, it's an honor to meet you. I believe introductions are in order?
Allow me. You have Note, captain of the 2nd company, Scaron, captain of the 3rd company, Eula, captain of the 4th company, and of course, captain of the 9th company. Oh, me, with no horses.
Oh, you're all captains?
That's right. Master Jean is waiting for you inside. She'll explain everything.
Jean! Oh my gosh, she's not voiced either. Wait.
I am Jean, the Dandelion Knight, requesting approval to join your party. From this day onwards,
I am Jean, the Dandelion Knight, requesting Okay, I'm just gonna read it. Traveler Paimon, thank you for coming. Is everything alright? There are tons of people outside. Ah, yes, that would be the captains. You know a few of them already, but I'm sure there are some new faces. There have been a number of incidents in Mondstadt. In order to wrap up the case, I gathered all the captains of the Knights of Favonius together to hold a trial.
A trial? But this is Mondstadt, not Fontaine.
I can understand the confusion. You've never participated in one of our trials before. In truth, we haven't had to conduct one in quite some time. The Knights of Favonius oversee most matters of law and order in Mondstadt. Of course, in the interest of fairness, major cases are tried jointly with the Church. Under the guidance of Barbados, the Knights uphold chivalric justice in the spirit of our order, and the Church carries blessings of goodwill wherever the wind can reach. And today's case requires a joint trial by both parties.
Which means it's a serious one. So, do you need our help?
Hold on, the group of people we saw in the corridor just now, there was someone missing. Where's Albedo?
Right.
Albedo.
He's the captain of the investigation team, but we didn't see him out there.
A keen observation, traveler. That happens to be exactly why I called you here. In the upcoming trial against Captain Albedo, we will do our utmost to understand the facts of this case and deliver a fair and impartial verdict.
Albedo is the one on trial? What did he do?
Jean, it's time. Understood. Traveler, Paimon, come with me. Albedo. Why did he say that in his voice line? Oh my god. Okay, damn, this is crazy though. Oh my god, it's the Luke! Please, sit wherever you like. I only ask that you remain calm, no matter what you hear. I need to head over there. Don't worry, the trial will be fair. Now that everyone is gathered, let us begin. With Grandmaster Varka away from Mondstadt for the time being, aka the past 5 years, I, Jean Gunilder, Gunilder, will oversee today's proceedings. Mr. Dahlia, oh my god, he's real! Deacon of the Church of Favonius will serve as assessor. As representatives of our respective organizations, we will ensure a just verdict in this case.
Oh, that's a new face. Deacon of the church. Does that mean he works with Barbara and Rosaria?
The 5 Dahlia fans cheered is crazy, bro. You better watch out. That Twitter account will cancel you. You can't be saying stuff like that. The defendant in today's case is the captain of the investigation team, Albedo. Albedo, what did you do? Certain aspects of this case are classified, and it remains uncertain whether the alleged victims are citizens of Mondstadt. As such, this trial is not open to the public. The identities of the victims are still unknown. Strange. If guilt is established in this case, all verdicts will be made public after the final verdict is delivered. Now, the captain of the logistics company, Miss Hertha, will present the charges. The court appoints Mr. Kaya to speak on Mr. Albedo's behalf. Are both parties ready to proceed? Yes.
Ready to proceed.
Miss Hertha, the floor is yours.
Prior to this trial, the Knights of Favonius, in conjunction with the Church, launched an investigation into Mr. Albedo for suspected murder and unlawful disposal of human remains.
Bro, that would be... This is where I wish they didn't spoil so much, like, in the trailer. Like, they told us exactly why he's on trial, and they told us, like, pretty much exactly where this, like, case is going, right? But to learn this in real time through the quest would have been so nice.
Murder?
A witness stated that, 11 days ago, in the middle of the night, she saw the defendant southeast of the city gates, dragging a large object she later identified as a human body.
Okay. The black bars, bro.
No. There's no way.
We now call that witness to the stand. Beatrice, please tell us what you saw.
Oh my god, it's the friend zoner. Beatrice, so is that what she was trying to tell Quinn earlier?
Well, I was out late that night on business. And when I came back, I saw someone in the moonlight that looked like Mr. Albedo. He was dragging a huge bag of some kind. I thought it was strange, so I followed him. Then, there was a sudden flash of golden light. The bag opened, and inside there was a body.
Dun dun dun. Not the... Okay.
Mr. Albedo's vision allows him to manipulate the ground with ease. So he buried it, and then removed any traces on the ground. Before he left, it seemed like he looked in my direction. Maybe it was just my imagination, but I was terrified thinking he might kill me too. Luckily, he didn't see me.
I now turn to the defendant. Describe your whereabouts that night. I was working in my office on the second floor of the Knights of Favonius headquarters. That's right. The next day, the defendant submitted his latest environmental report on the Dragonspine region. Considering the length of the text, it must have taken a considerable amount of time to finish.
Can anyone attest to the fact that the defendant was working in his office that night?
No.
Then the length of the report is not a sufficient alibi.
Dun dun
This isn't
dun.
looking good.
If the crime did occur as you described, then what about the body? You mentioned the joint investigation. Well, was the body ever recovered?
Not yet.
In other words, you dug up the location Miss Beatrice described and found nothing. You don't find that suspicious.
I know what I saw. I'm telling the truth, Miss Hertha, I swear. Also, didn't you say that speaking out would help protect the people of Mondstadt? Otherwise, I'd never put myself out here like this.
You're doing the right thing. Besides, the investigation wasn't fruitless. A single man's shoe and a torn piece of fabric were found in the bushes near the crime scene. The same location the witness described. If no crime occurred, then is all this just a coincidence?
And yet, no victim has been identified, correct?
It's true. No one has been reported missing. However, Miss Beatrice harbors no ill will toward the defendant. Her testimony clearly points to a crime, and she has no reason to lie.
Does the defendant wish to say anything in response? You may believe otherwise, Miss Hertha, but I did not kill a single person. As a knight and the captain of the investigation team, I have a duty to protect Mondstadt and its people. You accuse me of murder, but there's no body or motive.
The defendant raises an important point. Motive. Yet, I must be frank, not all murders are premeditated.
Okay.
Spontaneous conflict can also have unforeseen consequences. Nevertheless, I don't intend to prosecute this case on circumstantial evidence alone, which brings me to the second charge against Mr. Albedo.
Ooh?
Second charge?
Please proceed.
7 days ago, at dawn, a witness saw the defendant dispose of the body of an adult male in the area between Dragonspine and Dawn.
Damn, 2 bodies, bro?
I now call the second witness to the stand.
That's probably the guard.
Wait, that's...
It's Diluc! What? Please tell the court what you saw. Oh my god, what does this guy sound like?
Not interested in idle chit-chat. If you have things you want to get done, let me know.
If you have things you want to get done, let me know. At around 3:40 in the morning, I saw Mr. Albedo dispose of a body beneath a cliff. It was dark, but he used the power of Geo to illuminate his surroundings. From what I could tell, it looked like the body of an adult male, tall and thin, but I couldn't make out the age. Buried the body underneath the cliff and smoothed out the ground to remove any traces.
We now have accounts from 2 separate witnesses that describe
That is definitely
the
not
same
what
modus
he sounds like,
operandi.
but whatever.
Would you call that a coincidence?
I would only inquire as to what Mr. Diluc was doing in that area so early in the morning, not the most opportune time for a stroll. Is there such thing? Dawn Winery is my home. It's not unusual for me to take walks in the area. I just happen to be in the right place at the right time. That's all. Master DeLuc is a well-respected figure in Mondstadt. I see no reason for him to frame Mr. Albedo. Yet the question remains, where are the bodies?
Before you suggest a lack of evidence, Mr. Kaya, you should know. After the defendant left that morning, the witness found this where the body was buried.
Oh? And this is what looks like the teeth and femur of a human. Now, it does beg the question, if the burial was fresh, why is this all that remains of the body? But I suppose Mr. Albedo is the only one who can answer that. Careful now, Master DeLuc. I do believe I hear a presumption of guilt in there somewhere.
These remains suggest an accelerated rate of decomposition. Considering the defendant's profession, there's reason to suspect that alchemy is at play here. Both witnesses saw golden light, a known byproduct of alchemy. That's how the defendant destroyed the bodies. The light also explains how the witnesses were able to get a clear view of the events in the dark.
So that's your angle. Alchemy. A logical assessment, but we have a witness of our own. The afternoon before the alleged second murder, Mr. Albedo had a lengthy intellectual exchange with his student, Sucrose. The two were in the library until the next morning. Why did the discussion last so long? Miss Sucrose was presenting the results of her research. She noticed some flaws in the data and insisted on reviewing her calculations until the next morning, with Mr. Albedo present. I don't remember what she sounds like. That's right. We were in the library together.
You're certain Mr. Albedo was present the whole time?
Yes, and I know Mr. Albedo would never kill someone. He could never be that cruel.
Nevertheless, the other witnesses have no reason to lie. Tell me, Miss Sucrose, that meeting in the library, were you awake the whole time? Sounds like a considerable duration to go without sleep.
Oh, I
do hope you can be truthful with us. It concerns the safety of countless Mondstadt citizens. A crime like this cannot go unpunished.
I'll take it from here. During our meeting, Sucrose did fall asleep not long after midnight. It's alright, Sucrose. You don't have to lie for me. This is a sacred place of judgment. The truth is paramount. Mr. Albedo! I see. Then I'm afraid your alibi cannot be substantiated. Do you understand? Yes, I know claiming innocence without proof isn't enough. But the prosecution's argument has its own holes. There's been no mention of a motive or what exact method could reduce a human body to those remains.
No conclusive evidence of guilt. But the witness accounts do match to an extent that can't be dismissed. This is a tricky one.
Allow me to submit another piece of evidence.
Another piece of
Investigators
evidence.
Intercepted one of Mr. Albedo's correspondences. I will now read the
Another
pertinent
one
parts to the court.
That's crazy. A correspondence. Oh no! That envelope, I can't read. That envelope does look like it belongs to Mr. Albedo.
I have never abandoned the subject of human research. In fact, delving deeper into Dragonspine has led me to realize that the concept of life could be further expanded and transformed into that of birth. The mystery of human birth is often linked to death. As such, death is the most suitable material for the creation of new life. To that end, we must engage in a process of putrefaction and refinement.
Oh my god, this guy is just sentencing himself. Putrefaction and refinement.
Is that in reference to an alchemical process?
The letter continues. Experimental trials have been carried out in the northwestern part of Dragonspine, in the area southeast of Mondstadt's main gate. The data is as expected. Just as you endeavored to do, I too
Bro,
shall
he's
take up the path of
literally...
evolution
Oh my god.
and break through current limitations to reach a new realm of living beings.
Unless this is a fake correspondence. I trust the investigators have confirmed this to be the defendant's handwritings, and that the letter makes more than passing mention of putrefaction and refinement.
Correct. Not to mention, the locations indicated in the letter match both crime scenes. What more can we trust than the defendant's own words?
No, it can't be true.
I can't believe it.
A guilty verdict cannot be delivered without sufficient evidence. In order to protect all parties involved, that is what our principles demand. My original assessment was that we lacked said evidence. But now, it seems the only remaining questions are the identities of the victims, and the specific alchemical process used in this case.
Huh. Then we are in agreement. The evidence is conclusive on the charges of murder and unlawful disposal of human... Why can't I read today? The court finds the defendant guilty. Damn! Where are the bodies, though? The people in attendance appear shocked. No one can believe a kind and well-mannered person like Albedo could commit such a crime. Jean stipulates that those unsatisfied with the verdict will have time to submit an objection or appeal, but most appear hopeless in this moment. As you watch Albedo being taken back to headquarters, you get a strange feeling that something hidden is about to come to light. It all comes back to the letter, a secret that you and Albedo know all too well, but the people of Mondstadt have yet to discover.
Why would Albedo do something like that? Oh, this has to be a nightmare.
Okay, wait, is he not gonna just explain what the letter means? Or like what he was doing there? Well, I guess this is what the travelers are trying to talk about, but... Albedo told me his secret once, that he was a synthetic human created through alchemy. Could that have something to do with this case? But what? Following in Big R's footsteps just because he's an alchemical creation? That would only make him more suspicious. Oh God, not you two.
Listen, disciple. If you've got a problem you can't handle, then I'm the one for the job.
Well, oh my God, I can't do it. Well, this took a turn for the worse.
Rosaria! Oh, when did you get here?
I've been here the whole time. I happen to have a message to pass along. For us? Yes, you're needed at Star Snatch Cliff. He's waiting for you there.
Who is he?
You'll know when you get there. Go on now. Time is like the wind. It waits for no one. Okay, you know, it's fine. She'll never have voice lines again in this quest, right? Oh my God, is that Lord Barbados himself? Oh, please tell me he's voiced. Oh my God.
Oh, that was a refreshing sleep.
That was a
Traveler, we meet again.
Dude, I cannot do this. I cannot do this, man. I should have given him the Batman voice. I can give one person every single quest that we voice a Batman voice, and I should have used it on him. I suppose there could be two Batmans. Ah, Traveler Paimon, I could hear your arrival upon the wind. Were you looking for me?
Venti, did you send us that message?
No, I did.
Oh, damn.
Whoa, where did you come from? Wait, Venti, do you know this guy?
Do you know this guy? God.
Oh, what is his name again?
Didn't think I was that unmemorable. I'm Dahlia, Deacon of the Church of Favonius, and Herald of the Animo Archon Barbados. Not gonna forget next time, right?
So you called us here so we could meet with Venti.
That's right. I noticed you during the trial. The legendary honorary knight. You seem to have a lot of thoughts on your minds, so I thought we should have a chat. After all, I am the Herald of Barbados. If the people of Mondstadt are in danger, I should keep the Animo Archon in the loop.
Damn, he's in on the secret. So where was he for the past 5 years, though?
Wait then, you know about...
I mean, you
About
literally
what?
just called him
The fact that
Venti.
my tavern-hopping nomad of a friend is Barbados himself?
Don't worry, Dahlia and I are close. He knows everything. Besides, a god needs someone to communicate their will in a formal setting, and no one does that better than Dahlia.
Not that I saw that coming when we first met. But back to the matter at hand. I believe you two already know about Albedo's background.
If you mean his true identity, then yeah, we do.
So, you know too, Venti? That's surprisingly Archon-like of you.
Ah, well, I knew from the moment Rindatir and Alice brought Albedo to Mondstadt. When those two are in town, no one can afford to slack off. The cred prince, a perfect specimen of synthetic life. At this stage of the case, there are countless questions surrounding Albedo's motive. His true identity is a potential weakness.
A synthetic being loses control of their sanity and goes on a killing spree. That's how a novel would frame the story, and people are inclined to agree.
Albedo has told us before that humans often value the ordinary over the transcendent and miraculous.
And the slightest difference is perceived as other. A very common phenomenon.
Which means we need to find a way to help your friend. What do you know about the situation? Me? Well, I know that I know that Albedo is a synthetic being, and that a lot of strange things have been happening in Mondstadt. Even though Windbloom should be about drinking and having fun.
We noticed that too! The minute we got here, something was off.
You share your observations with Venti and Dahlia.
I've picked up on most of those too. Miles is out of sorts. Beatrice seems anxious. Although I didn't know Donna stopped being interested in Master Diluc.
So like, does everyone in Mondstadt just know that Donna is interested in Diluc? When no love remains for the songs to tell, the world becomes naught but an empty shell. Cruel is said fate, cruel it may be, were it not for a hero who could set us all free.
What are you getting at, Tone Deaf Bard?
Oh, just making a comment. There are always unavoidable trials in life. At least, that's what Barbados would say. A certain someone is going to need to overcome a trial like that. In such cases, even the Seven know better than to tamper with fate. If only there were a brave soul willing to aid their friend in his time of need. Should he meet a terrible end, all of Mondstadt could be worse for it.
If you wanted our help, you could have just asked, you know.
Well, even if Albedo wasn't at the center of this case, protecting Mondstadt is part of being an honorary knight, right? You'll still have to help, of course, which is why I prepared a little surprise. Behold! Oh god. Don't worry, I removed the fuse, so it's not going to explode. Say hello to the Dodo communication device.
So, this thing belongs to you now?
We're old pals. Don't think she'd care if I borrowed it for a few days. Anyway, this invention, with a little help from a trick of mine, will allow us to keep in touch. Just take it out and we can chat. We'll do our best to uncover the truth. That's all I ask. No matter what comes, you have the wind on your side. Okay, seems like Venti's on Albedo's side, though. Seems like he knows more about this than he's telling us, but continue here. I know you all must be shocked, but the evidence is solid. Albedo's situation is not looking good.
I still don't believe Albedo would do something like that. Using living people as alchemical test subjects? It's like something out of a novel.
Perhaps it's best for me to remain impartial, but I've worked with Albedo before. He's an alchemist, not a sadist.
This version of events is hard for me to accept as anyone, but Varka once said Albedo is very different from the rest of us. Perhaps there are things we still need to learn about him. Let's see what Albedo has to say for himself first. Would you mind giving me a moment, everyone? A private matter requires my attention.
Hey, Jean!
Traveler, Paimon, perfect timing. Kaya has a favor to ask. Like Jean said, oh my god, I don't remember. After the verdict, we have time to submit an appeal, and I will do my utmost to convince Albedo to accept. He's been acting strange, and I can't read him for the life of me, but I need you two to start investigating the case. Investigate the case? Yes, it's also almost time for you to get involved. Are you sure? As well as honorary knights, members of the Knights of Favonius, and Albedo's friends, Kaya and I have already have an official involvement in this case. We need a pair of fresh eyes. I know it's against the spirit of the season to task you with this, but Albedo is a trusted member of our ranks. We owe him the benefit of the doubt. Okay. I know you'll get to the bottom of this, Traveler. You've never failed us in our time of need. Here to bail out Mondstadt again.
But what if the accusations turn out to be true?
Then you will have done Mondstadt a great service all the same. I'm expecting a retrial. Until then, you're welcome to have a look around Albedo's office on the 2nd floor. I'm counting on you. The 2nd floor? Yo! Oh my god, the 2nd floor? The legendary, mythical 2nd floor? It literally just looks like the 1st floor, but higher. Okay. Oh, there's a 3rd floor! Alright, bro. What even is the point, man? Can I go in the rest of these? Wait, what's on the 3rd floor? Okay, at least we get to see his office, I guess.
Wait, Captain Kaya! Surely I can't just...
These two are here on Jean's orders. She asked them to investigate Albedo's office.
Oh, in that case, head on in.
Okay.
So this is Albedo's office. Pretty much exactly how Paimon pictured it.
Alright, I have some work of my own, so I'll leave you to it. Good luck, you two.
Right back at ya.
Bye. Please don't come back. Alright, investigate.
Alright, let's see what we can find.
There's a stack of books on the desk, mostly relating to alchemy, environmental science, and life science. Some of the pages have been marked with alchemical symbols, and others have S-shaped triangles or triangular symbols drawn under them. Any potential meaning is unclear.
Wow, these books are so fancy. Albedo must have gone to great lengths to get them.
Underneath the book, after moving the book, the desk looks almost empty. Your hand slipped while moving the book, causing the hardcover book to strike the desk. The resulting noise is a bit unusual. It's subtle, but to an experienced adventurer, it sounds too hollow. Almost like there's a compartment within the desk. What, it's not like a sliding drawer or something?
Wait, it looks like there's a hidden compartment under the desk.
There does appear to be a compartment added to one side of the desk. It was very well hidden. The lock mechanism is complex and seems to involve elemental power in some way. Perhaps you could try using the power of Geo. Are you kidding me? Oh, thank God. I thought they were going to make me teleport all the way to Lyra, bruh. The hidden compartment opens. Inside lies a piece of paper with more information. Okay. Investigate the paper. Festering is also a manifestation of rot. When festering forces and sufficient amount of life energy collide, the two will repel each other, triggering a powerful side effect. When I tested this in alchemical experiment, the results of the refinement were startling. And it's like a picture of like a human body in like circles, something like out of a Da Vinci notebook. Breaking through the shackles of life, the simulation of the blank project, I must take advantage of this opportunity.
The name of the project is blotted out in ink. What could it be?
Oh? The note mentioned festering forces, which suggests that Dragonspine could be involved somehow. If this has something to do with creating synthetic life, would Albedo go that far for one of his experiments? No, that can't be. Amid the notes is a map with a few markings on it. Two of the marked locations correspond to the crime scenes, and the third appears to be in Dragonspine. Oh? It's a hard pill to swallow, but if the results of the joint investigation are correct, there could be a body hidden in that last location. Or at the very least, what remains of one.
Huh. What does this mean? Oh, do you think something might also be buried at the last location? Alright, that seems to be it for this place. We should go tell Jean what we found.
Dun, dun, dun. Well, this is not looking good for,
Oh, Vent is calling! Let's answer!
How's the investigation going?
We
Find anything?
Stuff alright. Stuff that only makes Albedo look even more suspicious.
I see. So Albedo's researching something that doesn't help his case, huh? You share what you learned with Venti. Not promising. We should be grateful Albedo's true identity remains hidden. If it gets out that he's one of Reindeteer's, is that right? Reindeteer's creations, there'd be no separating him from her past. As we both know, oh my god, Reindeteer's approach to alchemy and ethics was pure madness, and the evidence you just found, let's just say it could convince even those closest to him of his guilt. Perhaps even you. I don't think the handwriting was faked, and the notes also sounded like him. Then it comes down to trust. You trust Albedo. I absolutely do.
Yeah, he's our friend. We should keep the faith. And if he really is the culprit, he must have had a reason, right? Maybe he's just not allowed to talk about it. Yeah, that must be it.
Why would he not be allowed to, though? Either way, a fair investigation means coming to a conclusion presented by the facts. Does that mean even Venti no longer believes him? Remaining objective has its own value. Remember, none of this is your fault. Just report back with an honest assessment of the facts.
Yeah. Well, let's go find Jean and tell her what we learned.
Oh.
Wait.
He's spying on us.
Miles. What's he doing here?
Oh my god, he learned about the thing.
Oh, sorry. I heard voices and wasn't sure if I should check who was inside.
It's gonna leak.
It's okay. We're here on Jean's orders.
Ah, I see. I'll, leave you to it then.
He's gonna leak it.
Hold on. You didn't hear what we were saying, did you?
Oh, not really. Nothing that made sense anyway.
He's gonna leak it.
Well, do us a favor and just forget anything you might have heard, okay?
What the?
Oh, sure. You got it.
Oh boy.
That map we found in the hidden compartment seems important. We should check out the marked locations.
Is there anything else I can investigate? Oh, it just takes me back here.
Let's see what we can find.
Oh, I can actually move. Oh, there's more stuff here. Albedo's notes lie on the table. They resemble the ones you've seen before, but the contents are different this time. Penmanship is impeccable, careful, and neat with a certain elegance in its uniformity, much like the man himself. One of the notes reads, "Putrefaction should be regarded as a counter-simulation to the process of life, like a highly efficient and destructive spell of rot. Upon use, the target will decay within an extremely short period of time, turning to dust that is nearly invisible to the naked eye." Oh my god. So he used putrefaction on the bodies, and that's why there's only little things remaining. There's a test tube on the shelf with some black powder residue at the bottom. Next to it lies a neatly written note. Chalk is the next stage after soil, but the current available materials are still inefficient to construct a stable structure.
Nope. No idea what that means. Not sure if it's too hard for Paimon or too hard for anyone outside this line of work.
Investigate the lockbox. The lockbox sits on the desk. The latch bears signs of wear, suggesting the importance of whatever lies within. Box likely remained locked for most of the time. But now the lid remains wide open, as if the owner was forced to leave in a hurry and didn't have time to lock it. Perhaps the letter intercepted by the investigators was once stored in here. The remaining contents shouldn't hold much weight as conclusive evidence, but you still get a strange feeling after reviewing them. In elegant penmanship, the letter reads, "In addition, I do happen to have some information on the subject of our last discussion. The materials and arcane formation required for human transmutation. The formations in these records likely originate from the Conrian art of chemia, but relevant documentation has not been well maintained over time, so I cannot guarantee there are no errors or omissions. As thanks for your past assistance, I've enclosed the records with this letter." But that does not mean I support your pursuit of this research. Ethics aside, I'm not convinced it's even possible to create a human whose existence is identical to our own. The idea that the dynamic of creator and creation could exist within the same species is cause for concern. Even with a talent like yours, I must urge you to proceed with caution. The signature belongs to an unfamiliar name, one that also appears on an old alchemy book nearby. You skim the preface and learn the author is an old and accomplished alchemist. The person is likely a friend from Albedo's academic circle, someone who owed Albedo a favor, but also urged him to refrain from conducting dangerous research.
Human transmutation?
God
Is
damn.
Albedo seriously looking into that? Ooh, Paimon doesn't want to think about that.
It doesn't look good, but this letter can't directly prove that Albedo did anything. Besides, a technique like that must be too dangerous to share with public, right? That's why it wasn't brought up during the trial. Okay, and I guess that's pretty much it for all these stuff in his office, but... Okay, yeah, my question is, why did he have to bury these bodies in those specific spots that, you know, why didn't he just, like, bury it in the middle of Dragonspine where no one would be? Like, he buried it in spots that are just so... I don't know, compromisable.
Close. Oh,
carefully examine the ground.
Something seems off.
There is a giant pit with... Okay. Although everything is covered in snow, as a seasoned adventurer, you notice a spot on the ground that looks quite different from its surroundings. You remove the snow and find a sizable hole underneath, large enough to fit a human body. But the hole is completely empty, and the surrounding markings make it look like something was dug up. Did an animal do this? Or some monster?
Weird. There's a hole, but no body. The prosecution's argument is that Albedo used alchemy to destroy the bodies, but this location is different from the other two. Why not fill the hole, or smooth out the ground like the other places?
If one person did all this, why not remove the traces like the others? And if Albedo isn't the one responsible, why was this location marked in his notes? Or the person he buried is a zombie and crawled out of its grave. Okay. Gene, Albedo's a murderer. You're back. Did you find anything?
Yeah, but none of it helps Albedo's case.
You tell Gene about your findings from Albedo's office. I see. A complicated result, but your efforts are appreciated. Did Albedo submit an appeal? Yes, he has asked for a retrial. There are still questions surrounding the identities of the victims and the disappearance of the bodies. The minimal remains that we uncovered have been sent for forensic analysis, which should provide some answers. It's just...
What's wrong?
If the victims turn out to be Mondstadt citizens, the situation becomes all the more serious. The second trial would likely have to be open to the public. And I doubt public sentiment will be in Albedo's favor.
Yeah, not when the charges are so serious.
The second trial is set to take place in 2 days. I hope you consider attending this one as well.
Of course, we'll be there. In the meantime, we should all just stay positive.
Well said. When the time comes, I'll carry out my duty to the best of my ability. Yikes! Oh, what is this bro doing, man? He's snooping, man. He's snooping. Oh, wait. He wasn't even the one who saw anything, though, right? I thought that he would be the second witness, because the first one was Beatrice, and then we also met Miles in the intro, right? But he didn't have anything to do with this. He did mention he's been sleepwalking, though. Did he see Albedo in Dragonspine? Miles. Wait until 2 days later. Okay. Talk to Jean.
It's about time for the second trial.
I have stood here for 2 days. I'm ready. You two. Let me know if you're ready and we'll head out. Let's go. So the trial's already happening. We're not even gonna gather any more evidence or anything. I mean, maybe Albedo himself will talk this time, but find out. Ladies and gentlemen, we now convene for the second trial against Mr. Albedo. I, Jean Gunilder, will once again oversee the proceedings. Representatives on both sides remain unchanged, and Mr. Dahlia will continue to serve as assessor. Ms. Hertha represents the prosecution, and Mr. Kaya speaks on behalf of the defense. The defendant in this case is Mr. Albedo, captain of the investigation team. With that, I now bring this trial to order. So is this the public trial or no? Guess not. There's not that many people. Miss Hertha, have the investigators made any new discoveries?
Yes. We sent the teeth and the femur bone found at the scene to the church's medical office, and were able to conclude that these are, in fact, human remains. In addition, the investigators were able to identify several Mondstadt citizens who appear to have been missing for quite some time. Forensic analysis of the remains allowed us to pinpoint the age and gender of the deceased. Interestingly, one of the missing individuals matches that profile to a T. The medical office couldn't spare the personnel, so Miss Rosaria is here to present the results to the court.
Oh, God. Handsome man, male, 46 years old. Marital status, single. Occupation, hunter. Consistent with the conclusion in the last trial, his disappearance went unreported, likely due to his lack of relatives. In addition, medical records show that he sustained a mechanism-related injury to his leg 3 years ago. The damage on the femur bone Mr. DeLuke found is consistent with such an injury. Therefore, we can conclude that one of the victims in this case is Hanselman. A specialized technique was likely used to accelerate the rate of decomposition.
Is it reasonable to assume this technique to be alchemical in nature?
Alchemical or magical, both are possible.
Thank you for your testimony.
The identity of one of the victims is now confirmed. But what about the defendant's motive?
Considering what he wrote in the letter, we can deduce that the defendant needed subjects for an alchemy experiment. Who better than individuals whose disappearance would go unnoticed? In other words, he sacrificed the good people of Mondstadt for his own gain. A truly vile act.
I am.
In addition, another witness has agreed to testify.
Oh,
Miss Donna.
Miss Donna! Another one, huh?
Wait, Donna from the flower shop?
I'm sorry it took so long for me to come forward. But the night Master Diluc saw Mr. Albedo, I was there too.
Doing what? Stalking Diluc? What?
I was camping with a friend and we decided to stop near Dragonspine. I couldn't really get comfortable that night, so around dawn, I decided to go for a walk. And that's when I saw Master Diluc. I thought it might be nice to, chat. So I headed in his direction and then I saw it. Someone at the bottom of the cliff was getting rid of a body. I was terrified the person might see me. Even after I fled, I couldn't shake that fear. And I started to wish I never had a crush on Master Diluc in the first place.
Bro, her crush on Master Diluc being recorded into the freaking official court transcripts of Mondstadt. This is almost as crazy as SS Sniper Wolf being mentioned in an official FTC case.
If I hadn't wanted to talk to him, I would never have been in that situation. Well, I didn't want to come forward because I was scared. But Miss Hertha convinced me it was the right thing to do. I'm sorry it took me so long.
I see. Just stepping forward was brave enough, Miss. I don't remember what this is. Just stepping forward was brave enough, Miss Donna. The court thanks you for your courage and commitment to justice.
Yes. Thank you.
The two witnesses corroborate the same sequence of events. That just leaves the question of how the defendant disposed of the bodies.
I believe the answer lies in the alchemical technique mentioned in the letter. The defendant is the most accomplished alchemist in Mondstadt. He has the skill, no question.
A special investigator also uncovered some relevant evidence on that subject. I will now present it to the court.
Wait, does she mean...
Oh. Evidence we found in Albedo's office. The following are pieces of evidence uncovered in Mr. Albedo's office, the most important of which is this map. Yeah, that's a good map, if it's hand-drawn. This map was found with the defendant's notes. The markings correspond with the description in the letter and the locations of the crime scenes. Does this map belong to you? Yes. Were you the one who marked these locations? Yes. You do realize that's basically an admission of guilt, don't you? The evidence against you is nearly insurmountable. No. Since you uncovered that compartment, I might as well expound the matter.
We have witnesses and physical evidence. What could you possibly say in your defense?
What I always have. I never killed a single person.
Ugh, you have some nerve. Saying that when the evidence is stacked against you?
Miss Hertha, you've presented a meticulous and convincing case. I'll give you that. But I will not admit to something I didn't do.
So, what? You're just going to bombard the court with excuses?
That's a rather dismissive way to refer to an innocent man speaking in his own defense. Besides, I'm not making excuses. I'm exercising patience.
That won't make the charges against you disappear, Mr. Albedo.
Perhaps not, but patience comes with its own reward. It's easy for things to remain buried in snow, until someone comes along and brushes it away. Albedo seems serious but unfazed. Does that mean he really didn't do anything untowards? You mentioned brushing off the snow. Is that supposed to be a hint? If it was a hint, then it must have something to do with Dragonspine. Which reminds me, one of the locations marked on the map was found in Dragonspine, wasn't it? Traveler, you were the one who uncovered the notes, right? Well, I'm assuming you visited the third location marked on the map as well. Can you tell us what you found? You nod your head and give an honest account of the scene you found in Dragonspine. Whatever was kept in the hole was gone, and the surrounding area bore the markings of an unknown creature. With everything covered in snow, no one knew there was something to discover in the first place.
Then, there must also have been a body.
I need to think about this. What clues am I missing? The first marked location. The first marked location is near Mondstadt. Beatrice saw Albedo use alchemy to dig a hole and bury a body there. A single men's shoe and a torn piece of fabric were found in the bushes nearby. Taken together, this evidence seems to suggest that Albedo killed someone and concealed the body. Second marked location. The second marked location is in between Dragonspine and Dawn Winery, where DeLuke saw Albedo bury the body of an adult male. DeLuke described nearly the same events as Beatrice. There's no reason for them to collude against Albedo, so their testimony should be trustworthy. Luke found teeth and a femur bone at the scene, and Donna confirmed his version of the events because she was also there that night. The two should have no reason to set Albedo up. Despite her crush, Donna wouldn't lie about something like that just to get DeLuke's attention. Not to mention, Donna's been acting strange since before the trial. The human remains. According to the forensic results, the teeth and femur bone belong to a Mondstadt citizen, and the witness account suggests that Albedo was the last person to come in contact with his body. Did Albedo really use alchemy to reduce the body to a few bones? And does that mean he's the killer? Third marked location. The third marked location is in Dragonspine. We only know about it because we found the map in the hidden compartment. During our investigation, Paimon and I discovered a hole beneath the snow, big enough to hide a human body. There were also claw marks around the outside, but there was no body or any remains whatsoever. What do you mean? Associate with the human remains. Oh, okay. With the first marked location. Oh, the difference between the marked locations. Albedo marked these three locations on the map found in the hidden compartment. There are some similarities and differences between them. Based on what we know, all three locations were likely used to hide bodies. The holes dug in each area certainly seem big enough. But unlike the first two locations, there were claw marks around the hole in the third location, and no witnesses saw anything happen there. Dragonspine is home to all manner of monsters and wild animals. Could some kind of creature have dug up the body? But why wasn't that the case in the other locations? The marks didn't look fresh, which means the hole at the third location has been there longer than the other two. But if the hole at the third location wasn't made around the same time, does that mean it's connected to a separate incident? Dragonspine has a frigid climate and covered in snow all year round. Even so, it's home to various monsters and creatures that can withstand the cold. Deep within the mountain lies the remains of even more mysterious creature, Durin. Although the dragon has been dead for a long time, he still possesses a peculiar life energy. Now that I think about it, a lot of strange things have happened on Dragonspine. Most people know Albedo as an alchemist and the captain of the investigation team. But in truth, he's the Creed Prince, a synthetic Creed I don't know, a synthetic human created by one of the five sinners, Gold, Rindatir. Albedo is steadfast, intelligent, and treats everyone with kindness and respect. I think most people would agree with that assessment. He's also a calculated thinker. It's fair to say that, if he did commit a crime, it would likely be well concealed. Up until now, Albedo has never displayed any ill will towards humanity. and he also still seems like his normal self. As his friend, I shouldn't reveal the truth about his identity. That would only make things worse for him. Okay, but what if we associate his identity with the ecosystem? Boom! Encounters on Dragonspine. I almost forgot. Paimon and I once encountered someone on Dragonspine who looked exactly like Albedo, and we weren't the only ones. Wait a second. Someone who looks exactly like him. Are they doing the clone thing again? I'm guessing Albedo has a plan, so I should help him out. What does he want me to do? Announce a break in the case? No, I should play it safe. Since I made an honest assessment of the facts, I should also be honest about my doubts too. It's only fair. Besides, I think I understand what Albedo was trying to tell me just now. I'd like to address the court, if I may. I was the one who investigated the office, and I believe the results raise a few questions. Regarding the two cases addressed in the previous trial, it was established that, after disposing of the bodies, the defendant used alchemy to restore the ground to its original state. But that wasn't the case at the third location. The hole was still there, with dirt scattered around the perimeter. It looked more like something had been dug up. If this was all done by one person, why wasn't the third scene given the same treatment as the others? Why weren't the traces removed? In addition, the markings around the third location weren't fresh, which suggests that Dragonspine incident happened at a different time. For those reasons, I believe there's still reasonable doubt in this case, and I hope the verdict reflects that. Thank you. Astute as ever, Traveler.
Questions there may be, but allow me to point out, there is no evidence to suggest that anyone besides the defendant knew about the third location, and the map was found in his notes. That fact alone makes him the most plausible suspect, unless Mr. Albedo suddenly plans to deny that the map belongs to him.
Allow me to respond to the Traveler's point. If all I cared about was proving my innocence, I would indeed do as you described, Miss Hertha, and deny any connection to that map. But that is not what I intend to do. The map does belong to me, and I did hide 3 things at those 3 locations.
What?
Okay. There were indeed bodies at each location, and I did kill and bury someone on Dragonspine. Bro! What? Alright, bro, you should have just said this from the start. It'd save us like freaking an hour and a half of trial time before that.
Ha! So you admit it. Let the record reflect that the defendant has confessed to his crimes.
You're mistaken, Miss Hertha. The story doesn't end there. Some time ago, I encountered an uninvited guest on Dragonspine. Someone who wanted to take advantage of the deserted nature of the region to eliminate me in secret. His desire to kill me led to an altercation where I killed him instead and buried the body on the mountain, the third location marked on the map.
Actually, the Traveler Amber Bennett and I were with Albedo that day. The Adventurers Guild was holding an event on Dragonspine. After it ended, we all left the area.
Oh my god, wait. Is it actually the clone who's a zombie now and dug out of the grave?
If the person Albedo is referring
No
to
way.
is different from the one we encountered on the
way.
mountain, then the altercation must have occurred after we left.
This only proves that the defendant is guilty on all counts. Those innocent people, their blood is on your hands.
How? No, you're wrong.
You deny it? After admitting to murder for the whole court to hear? You've clearly lost your mind.
If you would let me finish, Miss Hertha, I could get to the important part. The man who attacked me on Dragonspine was my height with blonde hair and blue eyes, dressed in clothes nearly identical to mine. So someone who happens to look exactly like you. Exactly like him? So I was right. It does come back to what happened back then.
It's one thing to look similar, but for the clothes to be the same?
What's going on? I don't want to be here anymore.
Okay.
Regardless, the important thing is that you admit to killing someone on Dragonspine.
Yes, I killed someone that day. Someone who looked nearly identical to me. But I never said that someone was a person. I see. Then it appears I need to withdraw my testimony.
What?
Actually, what?
Everyone! I brought her!
Oh.
Wait, you...
The person who just came in, isn't that Hertha?
Dun dun dun! What's going on?
Who are you? Why do you wear my face? Hello to you too.
A calmer looking Hertha. As you can see, this is Hertha, the logistics captain of the Knights of Favonius.
I see what's going on here. It's all been leading up to this, hasn't it? Your confession. It was all an elaborate stunt to set me up. You want to undermine my credibility? Fine. It doesn't eliminate the mountain of evidence stacked against you. All I want is justice for the people of Mondstadt.
I mean, it kind of does. Order in the court! I've been stationed on Dragonspine all these years because that is where the subject of my research lies. The dragon, Durin. Several hundred years ago, the dragon of the East, Dvalin, defeated Durin in a battle, and, with the help from Barbados, sealed his remains on Dragonspine. Durin was created through alchemy, one of the finest specimens of artificial life. As such, death was not a true end for him. His heart still beats and grows more revitalized by the day. My imposter on Dragonspine was a failed specimen abandoned in Durin's stomach, an unsuccessful iteration of the Homunculus project.
Homunculus?
Homunculus?
Are you trying to insinuate that I'm some kind of... the homunculus? Because it looks to me like the artificial one is standing right there. Some kind of imposter you dragged in from Dragonspine. So this is what I look like when I fly off the handle. You know, they say imitation is the best form of flattery, but your impersonation has overstayed its welcome. Master Jean, what are you waiting for? We've known each other for so long. You recognize the real me, don't you?
Master G, what are you waiting for? The two of you look identical, but judging based on demeanor, the new arrival actually seems more like the Hertha I know.
That means nothing. By that logic, I could just as easily accuse the albedo in this room of being an imposter.
Well, I mean, that would help his case.
How do we know he isn't the fake one? A cold-blooded killer who replaced the real albedo long ago. Then, how about something only the real Hertha would know? The longest scar on my body. The knights who fought alongside me that day should remember where it is.
I remember. Let's hear your answer.
I'd like to hear Miles' answer first.
Huh?
He's a clone too? Oh my god. I thought he was just a rat. But he's... Oh my god. Wait, this is crazy.
You don't know? Or you don't remember? I heard you've been acting strange these days. Disoriented? Confused?
Okay, I guess that makes sense. So Donna and Beatrice for sure aren't clones then, because the three people we met in the intro are those two and Miles hasn't had anything to do with the case yet until now.
You were closer to me than anyone during that battle, and yet you don't remember a thing. Strange indeed.
No, my head. It hurts.
My head, it hurts. My head, it hurts.
The scar is right here.
Why the nerves? I can't imagine this comes as a surprise. Unless your informant in the Night of Favonius failed to mention the scar on Hertha's left arm.
Albedo has done a lot of research into beings like you. If you deny it, then show us your arm.
No need to panic. You can just add it now. You excel at changing your appearance, don't you? Or should I say, all spawn of Durin's life force have that ability. A powerful life force, an appearance you can change at will. Yet here you are, formless one, paralyzed to act. Because you're worried using that power could affect your accomplices. Accomplices? Then Miles must be one of them. There are others too. Most of the beings under the influence of Durin's life force have gathered here. Yet their presence is what impedes her from taking action. Once you attempt to transform, all who surround you will be affected by your power. You can't control it, because in this network of living beings, you serve as the core.
Show us your arm.
Show us the arm!
Ugh! Have it your way!
Oh.
Whoa!
Oh, dare! He pulled a knife!
Come on, let's go!
Did she really pull a knife on? Wait! Was that not... Oh, wait, no, I think that was Hertha.
They're shielding the imposter!
Wait, was that Beatrice? Or was that Donna who pulled the knife? She's trying to get away. Stop her. Don't let anyone stand on your way.
There are others trying to get in. Must be more people under her control.
Oh, this guy's just on the ground. Time to get moving, everyone.
Whoa! She just leaped across the room!
I wish they would show us.
After her!
This is the most intense, unintense scene I've seen. It's time. All units, move out! Third company, keep on the imposter's tail! We finally have a chance to talk. But before I explain the events of the past few days, I'd like to make a few things clear. First, I never killed any of my fellow citizens, and I never used human remains as part of an alchemical experiment. Second, the events of the past few days were all part of a plan. Most of the members of our order were in on it. As for the witnesses, Master DeLuc picked up on the situation long before today's proceedings. Indeed, follow me. Okay, so they were just all in on this, I guess. Damn, that's crazy though. The clone's coming back. Oh my god.
What? How are there monsters in the city?
Hey, yo. They are all monsters from Dragonspine. An attack is imminent, but fear not. We've been preparing for this. We've been monitoring the resurgence of Durin's life force. Its festering nature agitated these monsters. We knew it was only a matter of time before they advanced on Mondstadt. And so, we made preparations for an inevitable battle. I was hoping you two could join me and provide assistance in the battle to come.
Of course. Where's our first stop?
The top of the city wall. Okay, wait, so where are the other real members of the House of Favonius? This does line up with like what Amber was saying, where like the activity of the monsters in Mondstadt have been... Oh. Barbados? Venti? Has been like higher around Mondstadt.
Hey, Venti!
Shoot, someone's coming. Help me, please! Someone help me!
What's with the freak out? It's just us.
Ah, perfect. I can drop the act. Sorry, thought you were regular citizens. It's about time. I think we can proceed as planned. I agree. Although it's been a while since I dealt with something this big, it's going to be pretty exhausting. Don't worry, I'll treat you to a drink for your troubles. Just what I wanted to hear.
So, these two know the other's identity then?
People can make new friends when we're not here, you know. Monsters started surging in from Dragonspine during the trial. They soon became agitated, likely in response to the core coming under pressure. Still, I never expected those monsters to have become this advanced. The power of evolution cannot be underestimated, especially considering the fact that Durin absorbed the previous imposter.
Wait, so what about the map? And the missing bodies?
What the witnesses saw was true. I did hide those bodies. As I monitored the situation on Dragonspine, I noticed that many who ventured there came back different. Some were under the influence of Durin's power, but the less fortunate ones had already been devoured by monsters, who then assumed their appearance to infiltrate the city. Most of those who were replaced had no close relatives, so when their behavior changed, there was no one to notice. The monsters used their disguise to get close to people. I eliminated 2 who attempted to attack.
What about the remains Diluc found? Did they belong to one of the victims?
Yes, the monsters slowly digested their victims. Sometimes they even left behind body parts to aid the transformation. All that remained of the first victim was a few strands of hair, and the second, some teeth and bones. The only bodies Albedo destroyed were the monster's mimic forms. Then he buried whatever remained of the victims to put them to rest. Well, someone had to do it. Besides, I managed to gather some valuable data on the putrefaction of the bodies. Putrefaction. After we defeated the doppelganger Whopperflower on Dragonspine, we promised to tell each other a story, remember? You told me a story of a gardener. I'm glad. Then you remember what I told you about Subject 2. In his pursuit to replace Subject 1, he transformed a Whopperflower into Subject 3. So there was another imposter on Dragonspine that day. Yes, that would be Subject 2. I confronted him and buried his body on Dragonspine. So you see, at one point there was something hidden in the hole you found. But Durin is becoming more revitalized by the day. Under the influence of his power, the monsters dug up Subject 2's body and returned it to Durin's stomach. Durin absorbed the failed creature along with his knowledge and way of thinking. Ever since then, all monsters spawned from his power had the ability to transform their appearance. Humans who ventured into Dragonspine for too long are also bound to fall under Durin's influence. But those effects don't show themselves right away, and the extent to which a person has been affected is hard to perceive. You two saw it for yourself, didn't you? Oh, this is Venti. All the people acting strange. Those are the same people who just tried to break into the Knights of Favonius headquarters. Durin's power remained dormant within them until, finally, it surged to the surface and seized control. That was also our goal. If we could force a situation where the imposter had no choice but to unleash that power, all those under its influence would become violent, and thus we would know who was affected.
Wait, so what do? We can't go around hurting innocent people.
That's why I'm here. It would make me look bad if I'd lazed around after promising to help. We will use the power of Animo to restrain them for now. That should give the knights the chance to subdue them without harm. A specialized team will deal with them later. Alright, that's the long and the short of the situation. It's time to activate that thing, right? Yes, so if there are little secrets other people shouldn't know, my identity, for example, keep it to yourself, okay? Alright, this should do it. Ooh. First time I've seen him do anything other than get kicked like a rat by Ash Woman.
Wind currents? Paimon's never seen this many.
There should now be wind currents across the whole city. Everyone, can you hear me? Loud and clear. All units, what's your status?
All good. We have enough men manpower to provide support.
God, his name is Note.
Requesting assistance at the side gate.
Heading over now.
Whoa! It's long-distance wind communication! How is that even possible?
So there's no one just question this? Like, wow, totally not our Archon just totally opened this up. Oh, I guess. Okay. It's all thanks to Lord Barbados. With this blessing, we will succeed in defending our city. I forget that they know that Barbados is still alive. This ain't like actually, if you face away from the current and whisper like this, no one can hear you.
No wonder you're crouching down there like you have something to hide.
You didn't have to broadcast that.
Huh? That voice. Venti? Is that you?
Oops.
Okay. Oh, you know, just a wandering bard calling out for help. Thank goodness Traveler Paimon and Albedo found me. Got me out of a tough spot. Alright, now that you're okay, we can check on the status of the other areas. Thanks, friend. May the Animal Archon protect you. Rawr, rawr, rawr. Alright, here we go. Please let me actually change my... Please let me change my party too. I don't want to do this with Chi-Chi. Let me use the canonical Mondstadt team. Oh, this is cool though. Yay! Kai defending the bait even though they already got in somehow. I don't like being in the middle of this, especially on a bridge. Oh, look who it is. Ah! Get back! He just did a flip. Where did he come from? Did he jump off the top of the gate? Ooh, that was a close one. I suppose thanks are in order, Master Diluc. I appreciate the help. No need. I didn't intervene to save you. It was for my own convenience. You were in my way. Oh, well, let me get out of your hair then. I suppose we could work together, but you would just melt my ice anyway. Suit yourself. Alright, tell me, when did you notice something was off? The first trial. Ah, because of the fake Hertha. No, because of you. Me? What did I do? My defense wasn't passionate enough. No, you weren't nervous enough. Tell me then, Master Diluc, when do you think I actually get nervous? I suppose we'll see, won't we? Monsters incoming! On second thought, best not to think about it. We get Diluc and Krya comes! Oh my god, trial! Wait, I gotta see this. Ew, what is this? Okay, wait, they gave us C3 though. And he's triple crowned! C6 Kaya? C3 Kaya, Blizzard Strayer. Okay, okay. The Diluc Kaya team. Oh my god, it's real. Alright, I guess I'll do this. Monsters aren't that strong, right? Damn, look at him go. Cool it. What if I let them die? What if I let them kill Diluc? What's gonna happen? Okay, Diluc not bad. Of course, this is like 1E from Maoika, but it's fine.
Time for retribution.
Oh god. Nice. Like 5 years ago, yeah. If you had time to make it out here, I'm guessing the other areas are secure.
What? We can't be here because we care?
Maybe this was just the closest spot to the city gate. Maintaining control over the main road means maintaining control over the battle as a whole. You made the right choice.
So what's the status over here?
All under control, don't worry. My trusty civilian volunteer and I have this area covered. I think you mean the man who held the title of cavalry captain before you. We don't have to bring that up. Well, keep up the good work. We'll go check on the status of the other locations. Good luck. Oh, and I wanted to thank you for what you said in court. If I'm not mistaken, you were on my side by the end. Haha, believe me, he's had his suspicions since the first trial. I suppose it just didn't feel right to believe that someone who helped me in the past could be a cold-blooded killer.
Aw, that's so sweet.
Thank you for trusting me and choosing to fight alongside us. As for you, Kaya... Of course, stay safe. No, I wish we could have seen that as a cutscene, man. Not like as an actual combat thing. Alright, got official. That was a really awkward transition. They're doing some sort of salute to each other. That was a better transition. Rosaria and Barbara at the church. Oh my god. Wait, I actually get to beat all of them? Yeah, clap for me. Oh, wait. Yeah, clap for me. Oh my god. Can I do two at once? Oh my god. Alright, there you go. Alright, you should be on the mend.
Thank you so much, Miss Barbara. Things are still quite chaotic outside. It's best if you all remain inside the cathedral for now.
You're not rushing us back out to the... You're not rushing back out to the front line, are you? You're still injured.
Don't worry, Miss Barbara. I'll try not to put myself in harm's way. I can help with the logistics from the back.
Well, maybe we can give you a hand. As you said, the situation outside is chaotic. Injured parties should not be left unattended. There are others here who need to get back to the front lines, so I'll escort you all myself.
Of course. Thank you, Miss Rosaria.
Just doing my job. I'll leave the cathedral to you then, Barbara. You can count on me! I don't really know how all of this started, but I do know that Jean and the others have been preparing for this for a really long time, so I think everything will be alright. No, it has to be. Did I catch you at a bad time, Barbara? No, not at all. Did you need something? It's so high. I just wanted to tell you that over the next few days, a lot of things are going to happen in Mondstadt. Attacks and fighting. So I need you to take care of yourself. Huh? How did you know? Albedo warned us in advance. It has something to do with Dragonspine, and he's our authority on that region. So we should take him at his word. Dragonspine, huh? So the city is going to be in danger. Yes, but the Knights of Favonius will do whatever we can to protect the people. But then, who will protect you? Don't worry, I'll look out for myself. I promise. Please, let them be okay out there. Who the hell is it? Sister Barbara, could you lend me a hand? Ah, of course! Coming! Oh, do we get to be Jean and Mona now? Oh, no. Oh my gosh, you just put that guy to sleep. Oh my god, not Amber too. They're here! Prepare for battle! I have no idea what this guy sounds like. On guard, everyone! Incoming monsters at 11 o'clock! Looks like we've got 25 hilly churls, 2 blazing axe metatrolls, and a bunch of different slimes. Prepare elemental countermeasures! Roger that. I can't do all these voices, man. I can't do. I have to be Amber? Dude, she's not doing anything, man. It's not even C6. Okay, C3 Amber here. Oh my god. Ah, what the? They're actually hitting me? Yeah, two can play this game. Doesn't Mika buff attack speed? Am I supposed to be doing like this hammer? I swear we do no damage though. Okay, there's a reason they only gave us hilly trolls.
Hertha! Oh, jeez, your voice scared me just now.
What? Still caught up in the imposter incident? I thought you knew about the plan.
Well, after you up and disappeared one day, all Master Jean told me was that you'd be gone for a while on an important mission, and that it'd be better if people thought you were dead.
What the? Wait, so where did she go? Did they like bait like the synthetic beings into replicating her, or?
And then, what do you know? Someone who looks exactly like you appears out of nowhere 2 days later. If Master Jean hadn't told me about your mission, I would have fallen for it hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah, that's quite a scary thought. I get chills just thinking about it. A monster replacing someone close to you, and you're none the wiser. Don't worry, once this is over, these monsters won't be a threat to us again. Albedo, are you okay? The trial wasn't too hard on you, was it? I'm sorry I couldn't be there. I was so worried. Same here. I thought it was all real at one point. I was in complete shock. So you didn't know, Amber. Then it seems Eula did an excellent job at keeping the situation under wraps. And no need to worry, you two. I'm no worse for the wear. That sounds like Eula, all right. She's like an impenetrable wall, that one. You're not getting a secret out of her.
Yeah, for sure. She's someone you can really count on.
Wait, so how did you decide Hertha should disappear again? After all this fighting, I can't seem to
I
get
guess they're gonna
straight.
tell us here. It was Kaya's suggestion. He said the plan would work best with someone well-known and reputable without being too high profile. Naturally, Miss Hertha was the perfect choice. We needed to leave a hole in our organization, so that she came up with the idea that she would disappear. Ah, so that explains the rumor that someone had fallen during a mission. Of course, it didn't take long for that to get resolved. No, because the imposter fell right into our trap. It was all part of the plan. First, we spread the rumor that Hertha was missing in action after some kind of incident. The news came from Kaya and Hertha's direct subordinates, which was important because we needed it to be credible. The imposter saw the gap in our ranks, but couldn't help but take the bait. It didn't take long for the fake Hertha to appear on the night's patrol route, claiming to have survived her mission.
When did that happen?
Over 6 months ago.
Damn, she's been gone for 6 months.
Whoa, so this has been a long time in the making.
And yes, and our enemy was more meticulous than we expected. Monsters have been searching for Hertha's body in order to protect the imposter's identity, which is a more advanced way of thinking than Subject 2. So we had to wait long enough to convince the fake Hertha that she had our trust. Furthermore, we needed to give her time to gather evidence against me and convince herself she had enough to strike.
But how did the Knight's internal information even reach Durin and his monsters?
There's an informant among our ranks.
Dun dun dun. Don't worry, Barbados already tracked her down. She doesn't have his blessing, so she can't hear what we're talking about right now.
Honestly, this whole situation almost gave Paimon a heart attack. All those awful accusations in the first trial, and you couldn't even defend yourself!
It was to be expected. I couldn't just reveal the truth. It had to be at the right moment, or it would have given the imposter even more fuel to use against me. She would have demanded to know how I knew about Dragonspine and the monsters in disguise, and if my true identity got out, the public's trust in me would be gone. It was a trap, you see. Argue back and expose my origins, or keep my mouth shut and be seen as a murderer. Credit where it's due, it was well thought out.
Yeah, thank goodness we were able to back her into a corner.
Indeed, and I have you to thank for that, traveler. Didn't Venti say that they could hear over the voice comms? You probably don't know it, but you've been part of the plan since the beginning. Me, I didn't even know there was a plan. And for that, you have my sincere apologies. I know I kept you in the dark, but I had a reason. This might not sound intuitive, but it did make the plan even stronger. From the beginning, I knew I had to leave the letters in my office for a fair and independent reader to discover. Someone willing to seek the truth. Naturally, I thought of you. I knew you would return for Windbloom. I knew you would agree to attend the trial. And I knew your sense of responsibility and justice as an honorary knight would compel you to start your own investigation. The fake Hertha, Subject 2, has met you on Dragonspine before. If she thought even you had lost faith in me, her confidence might get the best of her. The perfect time for us to strike. Albedo's right. You were part of the plan from the start. I hope you don't take offense to our decision to keep that from you. And please don't be too hard on Albedo. He was just doing his best to look out for Mondstadt. Enough people were involved in the plan as it was. We had no other choice. The honorary knight and Paimon will always be friends of Mondstadt. We will never forget that.
Aw, that means a lot.
Thanks. It is us who should be thanking you, honorary knight. Okay, wrapping up the loose threads.
You were just now? Let's go to the side gate to check it out.
I see Dahlia and Sucrose just standing by the table, though. What are they doing? I step out from this courtroom and this is the first thing I see. I'm not sure how much more I can take. I'm not brave enough.
I think you should give yourself more credit. You were brave enough to sit through the trial despite the nature of the allegations. That takes strength.
Deacon Dahlia, I didn't even see you there.
Apologies. Rosaria asked me to come. With Albedo running around protecting the city, she was worried you might be alone. At a time like this, 2 is much better than 1. So let me help.
Oh, thank you. I don't think Miss Rosaria even remembered me.
Of course she does. She spent all that time monitoring Albedo. It's only natural that she remembers his most dedicated student.
Oh yeah, so after all this, I doubt Mr. Albedo's identity will be a secret, huh? Not to the higher-ups, at least.
As far as I know, he shared that information with close members of his order long before these events.
Oh!
Perhaps I spoke too soon. You do scare easily.
Sorry, I guess I didn't expect Mr. Albedo to just reveal it like that.
I'm sure he felt the time was right. Besides, you know the truth. I know the truth. It doesn't change anything, right?
When Mr. Albedo told me in the library a few days ago, I was pretty shocked. More than that, I was amazed.
Not afraid?
Oh, Sucrose didn't even know. No, not afraid. I trust in knowledge and science, and I trust in Mr. Albedo as a person. After all the time she spends harassing him, I noticed, Deacon, there aren't any wind currents around us.
We lucked out on that front. Otherwise, that conversation would have been for the whole city to hear.
That's how it works. That could have been so embarrassing. Okay. But yeah, there's these optional objectives. Should I complete these? Fine.
Gotta say.
Oh, he talks!
I saw you on the side of the road.
It's like the easiest voice to do, though.
Not about to whack me in the head.
Gotta say, when I saw you on the side of the road...
Oh gosh, I'm so sorry about that. I was trying to run away, but I just couldn't keep going, so I pretended to be unconscious. Thought I could at least land a surprise hit on a monster that way.
I get it. That's a pretty common tactic. Oh, Traveler, Albedo, you're here.
Looks like this person could use some help. We'll search for a place to keep civilians out of danger. This area appears secure, so remain here for the time being. We'll be back with an update.
Sounds like a plan.
Oh, that was so short. Ugh, these darn things are more annoying than disgusting booze hounds. Albedo, Traveler, if you run into anyone who needs a safe place to wait this out, feel free to send them to the Cat's Tail. I'll be here to watch over things so the tavern will be safe. Thank you, Diona. We'll be sure to do just that. Okay, still a couple more objectives. Side objectives here, that is. I do want to try to do these, though. Will this even affect the outcome? Oh, what the? Noelle? Oh. No, he didn't even let me change my team. Oh, but I do get Albedo. Alright, it's fine. This is the cannon team right here. Oh my god, my Traveler is nothing. Is this my Albedo? Oh wait, no, this is Trial. Damn. Who has the largest plunge multiplier?
Leave it all to me.
They're really trying to convince us to pull for the new characters, huh? They're like really trying to showcase the full Natlan potential, I see.
Moments of birth.
Thanks for the help. That was a lot faster than I expected. I'm sure you have places to be, so don't let me keep you. Rest assured, I'll keep the people around here safe. Be careful out there. I know victory will be ours. That was Noelle, by the way, if you're only listening to this. Let's see if this finishes our objective here.
Albedo, Traveler, got an update for us?
You can take her to the Cat's Tail. Diona is sheltering people there. Anyone who needs help is welcome.
Got it. I'll take her there right away.
Alright, nice. Complete. And we just have, seems like 2 more things here. I'm going to try to do the optional objective one first, though. And still can't change the party. Eula! Wait, this isn't the optional one? What? Oh, the optional is the circle?
It's all my fault.
Okay, whatever.
I knew Clea was fast, but disappearing like this? I only lost sight of her for 1 second. How am I going to explain this?
Oh,
to
is the
Albedo?
other optional one Clee?
Explain what?
Oh?
Albedo, Traveler, Paimon. What brings you here?
We're providing mobile support across the region. Was there something you needed to explain? You can tell me anything. I hope you know that.
Yeah, plus we kinda already heard what you said, so...
Clea, she disappeared right under my nose. I'm sorry. I'm doing all I can to find her.
I see. Please don't beat yourself up. Clea is...
Wait! Something's coming this way, and it doesn't look pretty!
Oh my god, they let us use Eula? Hey, yo!
She was right next to me, and the next thing I knew, she ran off somewhere. I swear I
Traveler
only
can
lost
tank
sight of her
these.
for a
Okay,
second.
never mind. What is this build? Okay. Thankfully, mine is still better. R3, though. God damn. Thankfully, my build is better than this. So, you know, I don't mean to brag. Oh, Clea is here.
Burst forth.
Where is she?
Witness my great undertaking.
Those bombs. I see what you mean.
This thing is just trying to fly in the water. Damn! What the? She do hella damage.
Flood of frost. Beg for mercy.
We won! Great work, Clea. I'll be counting on you to protect Eula next time, too.
Albedo, you can't be serious.
No problem. Just leave it to Clea. Are you going on patrol, Mr. Albedo? Clea heard you were camping for a few days and these monsters followed you back home.
Camping. Ah, right. The truth isn't suitable for little ears.
That's right. So I need to report back to Master Jean to settle my expenses. If you have some time, I'm sure Eula would be grateful if you escorted her back to the headquarters as well.
Of course. I place myself in your capable hands, Spark Knight.
Actual dedicated babysitter. It would be an honor. Clea will do her best. I've had to listen to Clea's voice for so many times now. I already know. I know what it sounds like. That should be it for now. Good work, everyone. How did we fare injury-wise? Good. Okay, she sounds just like Clea. Our preparations paid off. Injuries are few and far between. I have the full record here. Wonderful. I'll review it in a bit.
We're back.
Everyone all right?
Amber?
Yep. Right as... I forgot what the wait. Right as rain. We're back. Clea kept Miss Eula safe the whole way. That's amazing, Clea. Eula was lucky to have you. Looks like we're still missing a few. Reporting back, Master Jean. Mission complete. Good to have you back safe and sound. And great work, everyone. This operation could not have happened without you all. Your leadership is what made it possible, Master Jean. It's been a busy few days. You should take a well-deserved break. I will, but I believe you deserve one most of all. My work isn't finished, I'm afraid. I have a few loose ends to tie up. Loose ends? Ah, yes, of course. We can talk about it back at the headquarters. Traveler and Paimon should be here too. Alright, everyone who has finished their work should head back to their quarters or to the church to get some rest. Want to come with us, Clea? We can drink some tea and eat some freshly baked moon pies. Yes, yes! The slowest of NPC turns. Oh my god. Hi, everyone! Venti, thank you for everything. I know there were difficult moments along the way. Oh, well, wait, does that mean you saw me running for my life? No, apologies. Just forget I said anything. Just kidding, but you're right. It was tough out there. I almost lost my hat to the wind several times. Any notable information on the wind? Of course, I was out on the city wall for quite some time. I heard all sorts of things. As for something noticeable, well, I picked up on anxious voices and a child's anger. Durin has been isolated for centuries, but absorbing Subject 2's emotions allowed him to understand certain truths about this world and his existence, including the fact that he's no longer Mother's only child. Or her most perfect creation. It's obvious he found that fact difficult to accept. The emotions he felt in response were quite genuine and, dare I say, human. If I eliminate the perfect creation, I will be the only child Mother needs. This mindset arose out of Durin's instinct to compete and survive, and came to dominate all those around him. Of course, the absorption of Subject 2's knowledge allowed him to take a more intelligent approach, accusing me of murder. In the end, however, Durin still lacked sufficient social intelligence. The fact that his army even got this far is a miracle.
Oh, no wonder Venti sensed a child's anger through the wind.
Damn, so the next time Durin comes back, it's GG for us, basically. That same feeling. It's close. Oh? Hey, yo. Phonia. Ah, Miss Phonia, here to make your report.
Oh, nothing much to report, actually.
Is this Subject 2? Is that so? During the battle, we were talking about your transfer to the 7th Company. You were in charge of patrols and post-battle reconnaissance this time. How did everything go?
Good. No problems.
I see. If you don't mind me asking, why did you come from that direction? And why are you alone? Phonia the phony! Did you think we were still meeting at the side gate? There was a change of plans. We sent the message over the wind in the last few minutes of the battle. There were a lot of changes during the operation, but I imagine you missed those as well, because you're under Durin's influence, and you have been since your trip to Dragonspine over 6 months ago. And she just runs like that. Don't move. Let's continue this discussion back at headquarters. Don't be scared. I'll figure out a way to free you from his power soon. That was kind of like the worst attempt at an escape I've ever seen. Wait, is that really it? No! I thought we were gonna see like a full like battle animation, you know what I mean? I thought we were gonna see like actual. There's more? Oh god. No, there's more! Oh god. I can as long as the rest of the operation goes well.
Wait, the operation isn't over. What do we do now?
What happens next is more of a personal project. I've consulted Venti about the possibility of calling a tripartite conference. Tripartite conference. Oh, I forgot the weekly boss. Ah, yes, that's a relatively new tradition. Grandmaster Varka came up with the idea a few years ago. I still remember when he approached me about asking the lovely ladies of the Hexenzirkel for a small favor. The chumminess caught me off guard. If I hadn't known any different, I'd have thought he was talking about his older sisters or something.
Older sisters? Is Varka really young or something?
Oh my god, Canonical Varka! NPC, it's confirmed! I wouldn't exactly call him young, but he's not old either. He's the type to crack a joke at every opportunity, so whatever age that is. Indeed. Anyway, the tripartite conference is a gathering of 3 parties: the Hexenzirkel, the Animo Archon, and the joint forces of the Knights and Church of Favonius. Lord Barbados was able to facilitate a meeting between Varka and the mages. Oh my god, Canonical Varka! There you have it. That's what he looks like. A Chad. And I guess that is one of the Hexenzirkel mages. Dude, wait, yeah, this is actually Jeopard. Varka has quite a way with words, so he was able to gain their favor and convince them to agree to a very important request. Namely, that in Mondstadt's greatest time of need, the mages would return and lend their aid to our nation. Yes, and now I have a request of my own, so I need the conference to convene once again. Venti, if you would. Of course. Traveler passed me the Dodo communication device.
Huh? You're gonna use that thing to call them?
Just watch and learn. Okay. I think this should do it. Dodoco. Wow, this thing doesn't even have a voice either.
What's that ringing? Is it the wind or something?
Hold on, that's not the right voice.
Wait, Barbados?
Oh my goodness! Varka? Grandmaster? Oops, I put in the wrong number. Sorry, Varka, you're probably busy right now.
Considering I'm surrounded on both sides with a group on my tail looking to turn me into mincemeat, yeah, I'd say so.
Bro. Yes, well, have fun with that. We can talk some other time.
Alright, pass along my regards. Oh, and I still owe you for those drinks, don't I? Just take it from my stash. I keep it in...
Wow, I just hung up on him like that? That's crazy.
Hey! He was just about to tell us where to find his secret stash!
Don't tell me he hid it beneath the great tree of Windrise. That seems like a bit much.
Hello? Who is this?
Ooh? Greetings, Miss Alice. It's Venti.
Venti? Nope, it doesn't ring a bell.
You're really gonna tease me like this? Fine, it's Barbados.
Apologies, just a bit of fun. What can I do for you, dear Barbados?
Damn. You still remember the tripartite conference, right? I'm calling on behalf of a friend. He's asking for a meeting.
Oh? And which brave soul is it this time?
It's me, Aunt Alice. Albedo, captain of the Knights of Favonius investigation team, requests a formal meeting with the Hexenzirkel.
And what is your wish, dear Albedo?
I want to accomplish something unprecedented.
How unprecedented. Something even your mother Rhine-daughter never accomplished?
Rhine-daughter, okay. In terms of technique, no, but in terms of location and materials, yes.
Okay, that makes no sense.
You've piqued my interest. I'll be right there.
Oh, she's coming? Be right where? Here? As in this office?
Hello again, everyone.
Yeah. Hello, Aunt Alice. I see you've turned yourself into a giant Dodoko.
Darling, isn't it? It even has its own hat.
Wow, the attention to detail.
Pleasure to see you all again. It's been a while. On behalf of the Hexenzirkel, I hereby grant Albedo's request.
Damn, is this like the most we've heard from her?
You still need to prepare. Take your time. Just come find me at the long table when you're ready.
Aw, that's nice of you.
Huh, I suppose it's just my nature, darling.
Thank you, Aunt Alice. Before we set out, there's someone I need you to meet. Head to my office. He's waiting for you there. Alright, who is waiting for us in Albedo's office? Let me make a guess. Kaya? The Luke. Or both of them.
Hey, have you ever wondered why Albedo always keeps his office closed? Paimon bets there's a secret snack stash hidden around here somewhere.
What the hell is that? Mini Durin? What the hell?
Mini Durin? What are you doing here?
Well, actually, I've been kind of helping you guys in secret this whole time. I tried tapping Paimon on the shoulder during the battle, but you floated away too fast. Where the hell is this thing from? Oh, the summer event? I thought I did do the summer event. Oh, did I not finish it? No, I definitely did it. I don't think I finished it though. Well, unlucky. We got a mini flying dragon thing.
Oh, don't worry. We aren't scared of you.
Heh, thanks.
So, what brings you here? Oh, is it Windbloom? There are a ton of fun games this time of year.
I did sneak off to the festival for a bit, even though I couldn't play the games because of all the people. I still had a lot of fun. But that's not why I'm here. Albedo and I made a promise to accomplish something great.
What do you mean?
I'm gonna replace the Durin on Dragonspine. I'm gonna be the one who is revived and brought into this world.
Wait, didn't that already happen?
What?
You left the storybook world, and now you're here.
Sorry, I should have been more specific. Albedo said he can use alchemy to turn me into a human.
What?
Human transmutation, so you're Albedo's intended subject. Yeah, he's been working on it for a long time.
And that's what you want, Mini Durin? To become human?
I don't know if want is the right word. I don't even know if there is a right answer in a situation like this. But I do know I have just as much right to this name. I don't want to lose to the other Durin. Becoming human isn't as simple as just changing form. I know, Albedo talked to me about that. He said the Durin on Dragonspine is a lot more aggressive and primitive, almost like a beast. But Mom created me in a storybook. The pure parts of me can balance out the evil parts of him. If I'm honest, I don't know what that will look like if I can still be me once I become one with part of him. Maybe without a complete soul, there was never really a me to begin with. Albedo said these kinds of questions are normal. We're all just trying to figure out who we are. Oh my god. Severance. Severance, bro. but I'm not afraid of change. I want my life to have meaning, and suppressing an evil dragon, becoming human. Both sound pretty meaningful to me. So, don't worry, no one is forcing me to make this choice.
Well, turning you into a human sounds like a huge project. No wonder Albedo wants to get the mage's approval.
Yeah, I'm really grateful to him. We're kind of in the same boat, you know. Albedo told me he's the Creed Prince, a synthetic human, and if this works, I'll be one too. We will be the only two of our kind in the whole world, alchemical creations allowed to live in human form. If all living things are grouped together by species, and there's only one other person like me in this world, I guess that makes us family.
Definitely. You've just gotta trust one another. Actually, while we're on the subject, does your friend Hakai know about this?
Ooh. I told him I'm coming here to fulfill this duty. He didn't try to stop me. Just told me to get a move on then. He didn't say it outright, but I think he supports my decision. Maybe he even thinks it's a good idea to go through with this. Oh, the Wander. I'm a little scared, of course, but excited too. Anyway, I'm really glad I got to talk to you at a time like this. I feel a lot better now, so thanks. Interesting. Oh, in here? Oh, in the library. Did they kick out Elon Musk? Thank goodness. Mysterious room. Recommend. Oh my god. Bro, what? I want to use lore accurate team though. Is it like actually like not able to be done? Oh, I can't even change. All right, well, too late. Let's go.
Welcome, one and all. Please sit.
Oh, Venti is
wherever you
here.
like.
Perfect. So, no unspoken rules to be aware of. I don't want to unwittingly park myself down on some important lady's chair.
I highly doubt anyone's going to mind where you sit, Lord Barbados. But thank you for being so considerate. Jean didn't fancy tagging along?
A lot happened in the city today. If she left, there would really be no one to lead the Lights of Favonius.
All right, never mind. I was just hoping to treat her to some tea.
It's okay. I brought her.
So, tell me, Albedo, what is this outrageous and audacious plan of yours that I've been hearing murmurings about?
I'll get right to the point. I intend to kill the evil Durin in Dragonspine.
Oh?
And I'd also like to request some alchemical regions from the Hexenzirkel.
Which ones? I'm all ears.
First would be the flesh of that immortal monster from the Mare Javari.
Interesting. What else?
The other is a portion of the embryo left by my mother, Reindeter. Right, I forgot to say it already.
The raw material from which she created her monsters in the past. There's not much of it left. Dragon blood, monster flesh, and embryo. Sounds to me like a formula for creating life.
Correct. Durin's heart has continued to beat ever since the day he died. That means it's just a matter of time before he eventually returns. It could be centuries away, or millennia, but the day will come. I've spent years investigating Dragonspine, so I'm well aware of the danger he poses. He's already posed a considerable threat to Mondstadt at less than half his original strength. There's no telling how dire the consequences could be if he ever regained his full life force. Hence, if we want to be free from the dangers posed by his blood and limitless vitality, we must find a way to eliminate Durin entirely. Unfortunately, Durin is a special entity. Even after death, he could reawaken at any moment. So, the solution is to kill him and then resurrect him in a different form. Upon resurrection, he will no longer be the creature he once was. In fact, he will no longer be a monster at all, because I intend to transform him into a human-like being. During the summer, Klee and I visited a fairy tale world called the Simulanka. It was created by mages from the Hexenzirkel, so I'm sure you know of it.
Of course. It was even the home of one of M's children the other Oh, I see.
It was during that journey that I learned, with certainty, that Durin would return to life one day. That experience inspired me. I met the pure soul M had created, and I knew if I wanted to change Durin's fate, he could be the key. To that end, I devised an alchemical model for the transmutation. The soul will come from the fairy tale dragon of Simulanka, the blood from the original dragon's heart, and the monster remnants from the Merjvari and the embryo mother left behind will form the flesh. The corrosive nature of the dragon venom and the heightened vitality of the monster remains will offset each other, keeping the constructed body in perfect balance. A powerful side effect can be triggered when festering forces and life energy collide. In an alchemical setting, the results are sure to be nothing short of astounding.
The glint in your eye when you talk about these ideas. You really are your mother's child.
Do you see that as a bad thing, Aunt Alice?
Of course not. To me, you're both extraordinary individuals. I find you fascinating. In any case, now I see why you asked Venti for help. The raw materials you seek are extremely valuable. The misuse of even the tiniest amount could cause unimaginable chaos. That said, we're happy to give you what you need. But there is one condition. You need to prove you can wield them, and so you must pass the Hexenzirkel's trial.
Oh boy. I understand. I figured something like this might happen. That's why I asked the Traveler to come along. I'm joining you? I can think of no better partner for such an endeavor.
So you know our tricks, huh?
Aunt Alice has always loved a spectacle. Any chance to witness friends come together to support one another.
Well, success means little if you have no one to celebrate it with, no?
Oh my god, they're using us again.
I'm afraid dear Paimon will have to sit this one out.
Oh.
What? Why?
The Hexenzirkel trials are no walk in the park, my dear. Besides, I already decided on the structure. There's only room for 2 participants, I'm afraid. No more, no less. You understand, don't you, Paimon? Oh, don't be too angry with your dear aunt.
Okay. You can turn off the charm. Paimon will stay behind.
Thank you for being so understanding. Then, whenever you two are ready, interact with the chessboard on the table. It will guide you through the trial.
Alright, here we go. Then let me make a formal request. Will you go through this trial with me? No. Okay, we don't have a choice. Alright, let's go.
Dear children, get ready for a taste of the Dodo King's magic.
Okay, wait, so they tell you when you enter the Imaginarium Theater that you need Cryo and Hydro, and then, but you can't back out and you can't change your party either afterwards? Like, why do they even tell you? Oh. Oh, this is like right here. Wait, that's crazy. So is the new weekly boss gonna be in the Imaginarium Theater? It's certainly in keeping with the Hexenzirkel modalities. Wow, we've been shrunken down to a chess piece size. Oh, that's Alice.
Whoa, you're so tiny now. Take extra care of yourselves, okay?
What is it? Nothing. It's just Paimon's voice is even louder than usual now I'm at this size. She's always so energetic and lively. Nothing can dampen her spirits. Damn, this is like the most dialogue they've given to the Traveler. And she's mute now. Don't worry, you'll be back with her again in no time.
You sound pretty confident, Albedo.
On Alice, I didn't realize you'd be personally conducting the trial.
Well, since your mother has to recuse herself, who better than I to put your abilities to the test? I have prepared quite a riveting new performance just for you two. See?
Oh god.
Defeat them
It's the Harry Potter
Prove
thing.
to me that you have what it takes to achieve your goal. Swashbuckle your way to victory like gallant fairy tale heroes.
Alright, what is this? Oh, God. Oh, they all went into the king? Oh, my. What the hell?
Burst forth.
Oh, wait, he did something. Oh, do I just do damage? What the hell is that? Oh, what the hell?
This is moment of birth.
Oh, he took damage. Oh, this is the part where I have to try to get him to hit these, right? Okay. Come here, come here.
Feel the
Boom! Go, Venti, swirl this Geo. Okay. Boom! Oh, hell no. What is this?
You can't get me up here.
What is going on?
Moment of birth.
Can I attack this? Oh, do I have to attack this?
Live. Feel this ancient power.
Okay. So far, so good still. And nice.
Burst forth.
Too easy. Oh, God.
Should present a united
Oh, no. Not the queen.
Moment of birth.
Ow. Oh, wait. It's giving me an element to swirl.
Prepare to be blown away.
Witness my
Prepare to be blown away. And sit down. Deep blue. Oh, kill the king.
Guide us. Witness my great.
Beautiful. Oh, here's our cutscene. What the? She's not using the dual blade. Excuse me.
It had to be this form? A toy really doesn't suit me. Well,
This one doesn't seem like Alice.
This isn't over. I will now preside over the second trial.
There's more.
Stare straight ahead, and you will see things as they appear. But change your perspective, and you will see them as they are.
Oh, God. Okay. Oh, you're so cool for that, Albedo. You okay? Is what he said. Oh, God, they're back. Oh, dude, the Genshin cutscenes are always so hype. Oh, boy. King and Queen, here we go.
The trial awaits.
Once I make my move, the Queen will take me. Then you're free to check the King. No, no, run.
So it begs the question.
Okay, bro.
Pawns only
I guess Animo's not the worst
the
element,
moment
but
they gained legs with which to run. So, in the spirit of Rhine-daughter, I prepared a little surprise for you. No need to thank me, of course. Just a small gesture of kindness from me.
continue. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by this? Hey, what do you mean by this? Oh my God! What the hell was that? What? And bring Venti back. Just gotta hope he doesn't do that thing again. Ow. Ow. What the?
Feel this ancient power.
Oh, they can't even hit each other? Alright, Venti, I'm sorry. You're taking this hit again.
Think you can get away?
He dies in his ult! What? Bro, he just got buried by a tsunami. What the hell was that? Dude, that's not fair. Okay, we're gonna bring him back in a minute.
Oh, this is all getting rather dreary.
Allow me, my darling.
Okay, can't swirl here, which is good.
It is time to
Oh my god.
Great undertaking.
Lethal blow, huh? Okay, goodbye, Traveler. It was nice knowing you. Oh! Okay, you can't hide from that.
Oh, this is all getting rather dreary.
It's okay, they are merely pawns in the grand scheme of things.
My great undertaking.
Okay, you know what? Kill the queen first. He is kind of annoying.
Moments of birth.
Oh, so easy. The Traveler didn't even make it through it. It's okay, Albedo's still alive. That's all that matters.
Yes, very well done.
Barboloth.
Oh, they've grown up so fast. I'm so proud.
Really? Well then, I'll leave you to debrief the others about today's events.
Huh? You're leaving already?
You did marvelously today. I'm thrilled for both of you. And should you feel the need to gloat profusely to that student of mine so she knows to up her game, be my guest.
Wait, is this Mona? Oh, it's Mona's master.
Lovely tea party. But that'll do me for now. Until next time, my dearies.
Damn, I hope we get to see more of the Hexen Circle.
Barbie.
Barbie.
Forgive Barbaloth. She's
They call her
always
Barbie.
on the move. And she never says where she's going either. I think she enjoys the mystique. But if I had to guess, she's probably going for a walk. She's a very health-conscious individual. Barbie was satisfied with your victory, and so am I. Congratulations to you both. You can come back now.
Yeah, it's probably the easiest
Oh, whoops. I need to turn you back to normal
weekly
first,
boss
don't
we've
I?
gotten since, like, Lyra, to be honest.
You're finally back! Great job! You made it all look so easy!
Nice to have you back safe and sound. Now time to relax and switch off. You've earned it.
Thank you. Felt pretty good to beat the trial. Once you've rested up, let me know when you're free and we'll head to Dragonspine.
To deal with the Dragon of Dragonspine, right?
Indeed, the sooner we deal with Durin, the better. Alright, let us finish up this quest here. You've arrived. Sorry, Paimon. I have to get to work now.
Still beating away after all this time.
Leave it to me, you two. Stay on guard. Oh. Wow. He's sucking that thing.
May Paimon ask a question?
Not now, Paimon. Okay, I guess you can.
Who is Durin to you? Do you think of him as one of your kind? And is he a dragon, person, animal, or monster?
You couldn't have asked him this before he was doing this? From an alchemical perspective, we're both artificial creations, but biologically speaking, we have no relation whatsoever. So to say we are akin would be categorically incorrect.
Sounds like you prefer humans to dragons then.
It's not so much a matter of preference. Rather, as things stand, I would say I belong to the class of human, albeit a unique category thereof. Then again, most forms of life in this world possess some unique traits. I am perhaps the most unique among humans, in that I'm the only one of my kind. Soon, there will be another just like me, assuming this alchemical project proves successful. I believe Mini Durin already told you his intent to replace the Durin of Dragonspine. After my conversation with him, he also expressed a strong interest in becoming human. It's a fascinating prospect, not to mention an extremely challenging one, but I understand why he came to that decision. You see this as an act of creation? Well, understood in the broadest sense, this project deals with both the past and future, and stands to profoundly impact many lives. That primarily is what makes it worthwhile. Helping Mini Durin become who he wants to be is a secondary consideration, though still a meaningful one. By contrast, my personal motivations are nothing so grand and meaningful. I'm just pursuing something I believe in. In my view, to cultivate life, which the world cannot generate endogenously, is to cultivate the world itself. Whatever aids life in attaining a greater level of perfection improves the world by doing so. It is not a question of whether this ought to be done or not, merely whether I wish to. The alchemical enterprise is concerned with is concerned with deciphering and comprehending all forms of knowledge. That is the path I walk. Of course, that's not to say that this is just a science experiment to me. Anything that affects Mondstadt, I approach first and foremost as a member of the Knights of Favonius. Does that answer your question satisfactorily? Yeah, that's a lot of yapping. Basically, he's saying he don't care. Finished. Damn. That's the heart right there.
Golden energy has encased the dragon's heart.
The whole heart would be too big. I don't need that much. Instead, I've just removed the core. The rest will soon lose its vitality completely. This time, Durin's body should finally die for good.
Wait, but in that case, what's gonna happen to the fake Hertha? And what about the people who fell under Durin's influence?
The Knights will keep an eye on them, but as far as I'm concerned, eliminating Durin's influence on the citizenry and creating a new Durin through alchemy are one and the same. Armed with this heart, I'll be able to complete the alchemical array and deal with all these issues in one go. Damn. It's just empty now. That massive rock that once looked like a heart has lost its power and descended into a solemn silence. Damn. It's kind of weird. See this now. Alright, back to Mondstadt. Let's wrap this thing up. Let's call it a day here. Thank you for accompanying me.
Pleasure. We sure learned a lot.
Mondstadt's a lively place during the Windbloom Festival. You should take a look around and pick out some nice souvenirs for yourself.
Oh yeah, the festival! Wonder who the Windbloom star is gonna be this time. Well, we've been too busy dealing with this situation the entire time. Who else would be free to work during the Windbloom Festival?
I'm sure we'll find out on the day of. Oh. Wait 2 days? Traveler is still dead.
The Windbloom Festival is about...
Windbloom Festival. Here's the last of it, I think. At least it should be. As you all know, during this year's Windbloom Festival, the people of Mondstadt have banded together to defeat several waves of monsters that try to invade our city. Accordingly, we would like to award the title of Windbloom Star to someone who made an outstanding contribution to the defense operation. This is someone who may not look like a strong warrior, but whose keen insights played a vital role in gaining control over the conflict. His words and songs always have a way of lifting people's spirits, and they were a great support to us all. Is this the Obama meme, bro? Is this the freaking... No way, he's just awarding this to himself, right? Let's give a round of applause to this year's Windbloom star, Venti the Bard.
Amazing!
I would have thought more people would show up for this, but no way. You're really gonna pick me? Why not? You're the perfect person for the job. Alright. Does this mean I get unlimited free drinks at the tavern? I'm sure they'll be more than happy to support this year's Windbloom star. If you'd like, you can even take a drink while you give your acceptance speech to the crowd. In that case, let me swap out the speech for a song. Everyone, the best bard in Lane is about to begin his performance, so don't go away, gather round and lend me your ears. Oh, there's more people now. They have fireworks. So this is the scene they took from the rooftop, bro. That is such bait, man. I hereby exercise the prayer of formation. Damn. Ah! Is what I imagined he'd say. Oh my god. Is this a Full Metal Alchemist reference? Traverse the 18th worldly and 20th passage. Emergent soul, enter the immortal realm. Elevate festering flesh into sacred blood and bone. O sages, witness my grand endeavor. Yeah, this is sick. Is that a smiley face? How was it? Not bad, right? Ooh.
Albedo, how did everything go?
Very smoothly, I'd say. We achieved our goal.
Really? So Mini Durin looks like a human now?
Correct. However, his newly formed body is still stabilizing. We should give him some time. I graciously accept the compliment. It is rather remarkable what we've accomplished.
So, how do you feel right now?
Quite good. I did what I set out to do and achieved a personal goal. I think even she would have made a rare facial expression had she seen it.
She?
My master and mother, Gold Rheindotter. A long time ago, she sent me to Mondstadt with the instruction to complete a task of monumental importance, to find the truth of the world. I had a theory about what she meant, and in time I was able to corroborate it. Surely enough, finding the truth of the world basically stood for getting a life. That might be easy for most people, but for someone like me, it meant doing a lot of learning about a lot of things. I had to find out about myself and the world around me, get to know me, and get to know other people. Life is the space that exists between me and the world. To become truly human, I had to inhabit that space. So, for an artificial human, finding life is, in some sense, equivalent to finding the truth of the world.
So that's what she meant, huh? Well, no wonder those monsters wanted to infiltrate the city and replace you. They wanted your life for themselves.
Being alive is just existing, but having a life is what makes you truly human. I think that's the message she wanted to get across to me. Still, I found this whole series of events has given me new inspiration. Becoming human is only the beginning. What follows the choices a human has to make in life, as well as the kinds of family bonds they will form. Most people would probably see the events of the last few days as something out of a nightmare, but for me, it's just part of my family life. I fear that the carefree existence my brother has enjoyed this far will now come to an end. Just like me, he will have to step into the world and face the same constraints as everyone else.
You've got an unusual family, that's for sure.
Well, I suppose we get it from our mother. She's highly unusual. There are all kinds of families in the world. Some base their life around the family store, others the farm. In my family, I suppose we tend to the flower beds, and now I'm a gardener too. As long as you feel like you've gained something from this experience. Master never showed her face, but if the Hexen Circle knows what I've done, that means she knows as well, and gave her approval. Since devouring Nabarus, it would seem she finally found a modicum of peace. Naburius. And if so, then I am truly happy for her. She didn't always have a penchant for madness, you know?
Devouring Nabarius? What's Nabarius?
It's the name of the ruler of life.
What?
Aunt Alice told me about it not too long ago, but it came as no surprise. I knew Master would do it sooner or later. As for the ruler of life, all I truly know is this. Nabarius is not gone. Instead, because of Master's actions, she and Nabarius are now one. In any case, thank you so much for your help during this ordeal, and for choosing to stand by my side through it all.
Of course, that's what friends are for.
Hearing you say that means more than I can say. I'll make sure to pass along the sentiment when I report back to Master Jean.
Oh, so you're heading back to headquarters? Well, good luck with the report.
Thank you, I'll get going.
Wow,
yeah, can we get some elaboration?
To be a special one. It feels like we really made a difference.
Granddaughter devoured the master of life? Freaking Durin is a human demon boy now?
Oh, Paimon almost forgot. If the Wimbloom star has already been chosen, what is this year's Wimbloom gonna be?
Want to take a guess?
Venti, you're back.
Well, I couldn't keep my two dear friends in the dark about this year's Windbloom now, could I? What do you think of the Cecilia? Nice. The true feelings of the prodigal sun. A sentiment as sweet and warm as a gentle spring breeze, perfect for the season. Traveler, give me your hand. Mages are very pleased that you and Albedo managed to pass their trial. Albedo received the materials he sought, so you deserve something in return as well. The Hexen Circle wants you to have this. It contains something entirely one of a kind. A secret of sorts. When the time is right, it will reveal itself to you, so no need to open it right away.
Wow, a gift and a mystery all in one! The mages sure love their secrets, huh?
According to the sender, you are probably the only person who can make use of something like this, so I suppose it belongs with you. Well, all I did was deliver it. Although I did go to great lengths during this whole ordeal. I suppose a reward for my efforts wouldn't be out of the question.
You've helped a lot, Venti. How about we treat you to a drink?
Oh boy, that's all you want. Really, I'll hold you to that, you know? No going back on your word.
Of course not! Let's go to the tavern right now!
Music to my ears. I'm so happy I could fly. It's like this festival was made for me or something. When no love remains for the songs to tell, the world becomes naught but an empty shell. Oh, is this supposed to be a song? Cruel is said fate, cruel it may be, were it not for a hero who could set us all free. I don't know what the tune is supposed to be. Through shadows so cold, he sought wisdom untold, chasing a fragrance the wind only knows. Thus wistfulness waned and faded into... Okay, I don't think that works. And he stepped from darkness into the light. Woo! Paralogism. Let's go. All right, well, if you are watching this on YouTube, thank you for making it to the end of this video. Certainly a ton of lore drop about Mondstadt here. I mean, like I mentioned, ruler of life. We got to see Alice for probably the longest period of time we've ever seen. Mona's master. We saw Mini Durin in his human form. Learned more about Albedo's mother. Of course, Dragonspine Durin is finally gone. God, what else do we have? Varka made an appearance. We finally get to hear and see what he looks like. I just hope that we get some more Mondstadt crumbs when Nodcry comes, because honestly speaking, I feel like this is, you know, Mondstadt is really what drew a lot of people into the game, and we never, you know, really got to learn all that this region has to offer. Yeah, we never really got to learn all the stories, all the secrets, all the lore behind it, and we kind of just moved on to other regions. And while, you know, Genshin Impact will always still be Genshin Impact at the end of the day, I feel like Mondstadt holds something special, and to be able to come back here after 5 years and finally, you know, uncover some more secrets, and it seems like we will be learning more as well. I do assume the Hexen Circle will probably make a reappearance sometime within the next year, at least I hope, and who knows, maybe you'll even be able to see Varka. I think the storyline in this quest was pretty solid. They managed to wrap up the loose ends quite nicely, although I do still wish that they didn't reveal so much in the trailer, at least in like the live stream trailer. I feel like going into this blind would have been such a freaking shocker, man. Like literally it would have been so cinema to be able to go through this entire quest just blind and not know anything about it. But at the end of the day, I mean, unraveling the secret behind like the whole quest, being able to see like all the members of the Knights of Favonius and Mondstadt just come together, and like, you know, those little bro moments between Diluc and Kaya were just honestly what we kind of needed after what really felt like a long and arduous Natland Archon quest. So I'm glad we got to play through this. I did very much thoroughly enjoy this, and I hope you watching this at home, I hope you did enjoy this as well. So thank you very much. Let me know down below your thoughts about this Archon quest in the comments. I would love to hear about what you guys thought. And I'm not gonna pretend like I'm the most caught up on lore. There's definitely gonna be some stuff I'm gonna need to read up on, but super excited for what's to come. And yeah, thank you very much for making it to the end of this video. And that is me right now, because this took 3.5 hours to film. Okay, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.